Next up at BTC 13 Power is a flyweight bout between Gabe Sagman and Matt Dawson. Gabe Sagman returns to the BTC cage for the first time since BTC 3. Sagman feels he has improved leaps and bounds since that fight back in 2018 and feels like the Samurai is the most complete mixed martial artist he has ever been. Sagman, who has 10 fights under his belt as a professional and is a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, feels he can beat Matt Dawson anywhere the fight goes.
On paper, obviously, like I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, that's my world. So if I get him to the ground, like one takedown, it's probably over.
Matt the Pitbull Dawson, who is a fan favorite fighter with his ability to keep the fight standing and turn it into a brawl if need be, looks to pick up the biggest win of his career as he takes on Gabe the Samurai Sagman.
I'm not a technical striker. I'm a bar brawler. If he's paid any attention to that, every time someone comes in and wants to fight in the pocket with me, it's a lost cause for them. I hit too hard, and it's just going to be dangerous if he wants to come in, because that's my world.
End of the day, it's always you versus you. So I'm always just focusing on being the best version of myself, the best samurai. And I think that's what's really going to shine.
It's an entertaining flyweight bout next at BTC 13 as Gabe Samurai Sagman takes on Matt the Pitbull Dawson.
Dawson's improved a lot since then, but you get a little bit of scouting.
Oh, absolutely. It's an incredible thing to have.
Well, here we go. Another flyweight bout, and let's get it set underway with Mr. Throwdown, Pete Trevino.
Here we go, BTC fight fans. The following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the flyweight division, being brought to you tonight by the MMA Chronicles magazine, supporting the growth and development of MMA athletes competing at all levels across North America. The MMA Chronicles magazine. Now introducing your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 126 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing CK Combat. He comes to the BTC cage with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, with 1 win coming by way of submission and 1 big win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Chatham, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Matt the Pitbull Dawson. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the rust-colored trunks trimmed in gold, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in at 125.2 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Crew Alim's House of Champions. He comes to the cage with a record of 6 wins and 4 losses, with 3 of those wins coming by way of submission. Fighting out of and representing Stony Creek, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Gabe Samurai Sagman. Referee Graham Betts with final fight instruction.
Fight hard, fight fair, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, return to your corners.
Ladies and gentlemen, this BTC flyweight contest will be decided in 3 rounds or less.
Well, here we go. Another exciting bout in the flyweight division. Matt the Pitbull Dawson versus Gabe Samurai Sagman. And here we go. We are underway. And Sagman comes out, but aggressive and big right hand from Sagman. Sagman got clipped.
Rocked, though.
And this is the fight that Dawson wants. He wants it to be a brawl.
He's going to shoot.
And Sagman does exactly do that. He got a nice single leg takedown.
It's exactly where Gabe would want it to be, right? Especially not even 30 seconds in. They're not sweaty.
No, very dry, easy to get that entry and get that single leg takedown. And now work here with those. Yeah, there's a big cut. I don't know who that's on. Is it Sagman?
It's Sagman, yeah, on the nose.
Yeah, just gushing blood up against the fence right here.
Matt has those butterflies, but when you're at a high level like Gabe, you don't mind sitting in the butterfly. You actually prefer it a bit because you can ride the guy, right? And that's exactly what Gabe's doing. He's flattening him out. He's controlling the shin, and he's just trying to flatten Matt out here.
Yeah, trying to be sneaky with the submission, but
He's got a Von Flu attempt.
yeah, Von Flu attempt coming up here from Dawson, but it's gonna be tough to execute.
Gabe's got that Von Flu there, but yeah, no, for sure.
It's gonna be tough to execute, especially with just being up against a fence like that. Yeah. But man, you just want to know about the power Dawson has. Just one punch landed, and Gabe Sagman's nose is leaking.
Yeah, that's but that's the thing, and that's the problem with Gabe trying to go in that firefight. You're gonna risk that, right? So. But good game plan for Gabe, trying to get him in that firefight and immediately shoot right for the takedown, and now he's controlling Matt here.
Yeah, is controlling it, and as well, while the takedown came very early, especially how dry there, that blood is going to make it slicker and easier for Gabe to posture his head out of this position and try to go back to work. And that's exactly what happens here. Sagman pops out and goes back to work with control up against the fence.
Absolutely, but in that position when Gabe is on top, it can actually benefit him, and it's going back to Sean Shirk and Kenny Florian. When Sean Shirk was just bleeding all over Kenny, he was on the top the whole time, so that can actually benefit Gabe,
Sagman pushing up. Now they've got back to their feet, still pushing
nice frame by
Dawson up against the fence.
It was a good frame attempt, but immediately Gabe Sagman switched to a body lock there.
Big punches. A lot of blood has been lost.
Oh,
Dawson now for a split moment, but good job to shuck the hips was Sagman.
Nice wizard by Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson showing very capable what he can do with his grappling.
No. He's going for those guillotines, but he should really start pushing on the head there when he has those scrambles and not go for the grappling exchange, because this is what Gabe wants.
Yeah, Gabe, obviously a black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He really wants to make it a grappling match and come up with a big takedown.
Oh, what a
Sagman.
maneuver by Gabe Sagman.
Yeah, big takedown from Sagman, and the Samurai is definitely unleashing all this offense. No katana needed.
Again, back in that same position, that butterfly position. He looks to use that to pass. Here he's tripoding up. As soon as Matt Dawson tries to elevate, he'll tripod up just like that. He'll stand on his feet, right? Oh, nice armbar attempt, but nothing there.
Dawson is very active off his back, and while maybe the round on the judges' scorecards is in favor of Sagman, Dawson's doing some stuff here to make it interesting, looking for submissions, especially that armbar attempt that just came out.
Oh, absolutely. Dawson's being active. He gets past, he reguards.
Those are some big ground and pound shots from Sagman.
See right there, Dawson's wiping the blood from Gabe Sagman off his face.
Ooh, a good elbow from Sagman.
40 seconds left. Oh, nice sweep.
Beautiful
John
sweep.
Wayne variation.
Beautiful. Yeah, sorry, Ergys. Beautiful sweep there from Dawson.
But then immediately, see, in those positions, that's where he's got to take his time and either use that to get up or just hold it there, because he scrambles. Gabe wants to scramble. He can reverse the scramble.
Yeah, Gabe obviously very confident in what he can do with his grappling. As he just said before, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And as well, he's had the more pro fights. This is his 11th professional mixed martial arts fight.
Oh, absolutely. He's been in there way more than Matt Dawson. And you could tell, too, he's not fazed by the blood or anything.
Yeah, the horn goes to end the first round, and a very good round for the House of Champions fighter, Gabe Sagman.
So I just lower my stance a bit more. Be a little bit more mindful that Gabe Sagman will try to shoot on you. And that's what happened in Matt Dawson's last fight. His opponent was immediately trying to shoot on him. Yeah,
you definitely, and that's something obviously Dawson worked on. That's why he worked with James Clark and that level of wrestling Clark brings to the table. As we're underway here in the second round, and just immediately goes in for the takedown and gets it, does Sagman.
Beautiful overhand right away to that takedown. Got him thinking, and then immediately level changed.
Yeah, just instantly came in, enters, and we're back where we were to end the first round right early in the second round.
This time, no damage taken, too, so it's just straight right to the ground.
Yeah, the nose was cleaned up from Sagman in the corner. Didn't take a single strike, just entered and...
Oh, but he is now.
Yeah, those elbows off the bottom there from Dawson.
See, but this is Dawson here. He's got to be a little bit more urgent. You know, he's got to. I know it's a big risk, but he's got to open that guard. And he's got to start working for something. He can't just stay here the whole time.
No, I mean obviously it's going to pile up points for Sagman, but you've got to find a way to just keep moving, stay active. We've seen that many times tonight. If you stay active, good things can happen.
Immediately, and that's just a high level. As soon as Matt opens his guard, Gabe is going to start to pass. He's going to start to go and start to look for the pass, and that is what he's doing.
Well, Gabe felt, obviously having all that experience, he's just going to be too much for Dawson. Not saying that's going to be the case right now, as there's still 3.5 minutes left to go here in the second and a whole other round. But he's living up to what he said. He's right now got the fight to the ground easy, trying to pass as much as possible, and really giving Dawson nowhere to work to get up.
Oh, absolutely, and you can tell with Gabe's high level, like it's point by point. Like he's not risking any big moves. He's putting his body in positions to where, and just like that, and he goes straight to mount, right?
Yeah, beautiful pass right to full mount is Gabe Sagman, and as well just grinding him up, trying to position Dawson up against the fence, where really giving Dawson nowhere to work, but hasn't been able to get it there.
And that's the thing, notice sometimes he's not even throwing that much strikes, and even in guard too. Like he'll throw when he needs to, when he's ready for it, and that's just the maturity of his grappling, and also the maturity of him having now his 11th pro fight.
Yeah, and once again, just looks for another thing, but then hops right back to full mount, and now we're cycling our way to the fence. But Dawson trying to use his feet to push off.
Yeah, good awareness by Gabe to scoot him off with that. Nice shrimp by Dawson. So he's got to do more of that, but the problem is when you have someone like Gabe who's just heavy on you and just pressing you down, it's really hard to do.
Yeah, you're just looking at Dawson's trying to be active, but he's taking some deep breaths, and looks like he's getting tired.
For sure, and because it's every time Matt Dawson tries to move, Gabe's following him every time. He's like a wet blanket on him, right?
Yeah.
So good underhooks by Gabe.
And just how much does that break an opponent, Ergys? This is your world. You're a high-level grappler. When you get that full mount, that side control, and really give you nowhere to go, that not only sucks and you suck and win, but it breaks you mentally.
Oh, it definitely breaks you mentally, because especially as the rounds go by, you kind of give up in a sense. Like, I can't get this guy off of me right now. Like, what am I going to do? And you could kind of see that in Matt Dawson right now. Gabe's passing more. He's been active more. This is the third time he's been getting mount. It's because he doesn't have an answer to Gabe's, and Gabe has found the routine, and he knows what he needs to do.
Yeah, and Gabe right now is just, following the plan, wash, rinse, repeat, trying to find an opening. If it's not there, just goes right back to the half guard or, the full mount opportunities he's had, and really going to have to make Dawson work for it as we're approaching 50 seconds left here in the second round.
Gabe's going for that knee slice, countered by Matt Dawson.
Dawson trying to be active off his back, but
it's not enough. He's got to start shrimping. He's got to start moving. You can only do so much there, especially when a guy's mounted you 3 times, past your guard 4.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's very hard. It's just a hard style of fight when you're fighting someone like Gabe Sagman, but I thought we had a moment there where Dawson was going to shuck the hips and get a good sweep, but Sagman would just stayed composed and stayed in the position.
Yeah, he knows what Matt Dawson's trying to do now. And that's the thing. So anytime Matt tries to counter, he has a counter for that counter.
10 seconds left here in the second round. What was a very impressive round here for Gabe Samurai Sagman. There's the horn, and we'll see a third round.
I had a 10-9 in the first. Would you give that a 10-8? It depends. I don't think there was enough damage for a 10-8.
And that's the name of the game right now, Ergys. It's damage. There was control. There was tons of ride time, lots of mount, but I don't think Gabe did enough ground and pound or elbows for it to be a 10-8.
For sure, yeah. Same thing. The previous fights, Ariel Zuniga. He was down, but he wasn't out, and that's the thing. He was, and that's just Matt's whole vibe. He's gonna go at you. He's got to watch for the takedowns. Gabe's gonna go. Oh, nice,
good uppercut.
Nice, no.
It knocked the mouthpiece out of Sagman. We get the stop. Dawson didn't really like that.
Can't really stop him when there's action, but nice sprawl. Nice.
Good stuff of the takedown, and now we're starting to get a scrap on our hands.
Yeah. Nice sprawl by Matt Dawson.
Oh,
and
big
a good
punch.
uppercut.
Big combo landing from Dawson. Dawson trying to pour it on. Big uppercut, and it just smacks the blood around off the nose of Sagman.
Nice
Sagman
sprawl.
shoots it for the takedown.
I would immediately start to, if I was Matt Dawson, I would get out of this. I would get out. I would not stay here. No, you're.
And that's what he tried to do, but the grappling.
A little bit too late there.
Yeah, the grappling from Sagman
late.
was able to get the fight back to his world, now working here in side control.
Immediately, he should have immediately, as soon as he went to immediately backed up. He had him hurt. And now Gabe Sagman is just going to stay here. And he's going to hold here, and he's going to reserve his energy.
And that just comes with experience, right? Like, you see a fighter hurt, feel it's your time, you're going to jump, try to go for the ground and pound finish. It takes a mature fighter to realize he's hurt. If I'm a striker, I got to back up and keep it there.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. It just comes with maturity. And you're going to see now Gabe riding the riding the clock and just getting himself more back into it, shaking off the cobwebs, but also stealing the round, Yeah,
trying to find a way to just get it back to where it was. And he's felt the power of Dawson, and he doesn't want to feel it again.
No, absolutely not. But this is where Dawson needs to be more urgent. You've had him hurt. You need to get up from here. You got go caution with the win. Okay, put yourself in a bad position, but you're already down 2-0 right now, and you had him hurt in the third.
Yeah, you got to take some risks right now, and that just comes also with experience, finding a way to go for broke. We saw it with Zuniga earlier. But this Dawson is tough. It was key for him to start the round, the spirit not be broken, but full mount now coming here for Sagman.
Oh, yes, and you can never take Matt Dawson's toughness away from him.
No.
He's super tough, super durable, and it just shows you the type of guy he is, too. He didn't need to take this Gabe Sagman fight. He could have taken a fight with someone with a little bit less, pro fights than Gabe, but he's a gamer. He's going to go there, and he's going to want to, scrap it out.
There's something also to it where, you're going in there fighting these really high-level guys. It's just going to make you better much quicker.
He's going to learn from this. He's going to learn. He's definitely going to learn from this, and he showed takedown defense. He did,
Yeah. He had a look at the blood just pouring out of the nose of Gabe Sagman.
Yeah.
That's from one punch in the first round, and any time that Dawson's been able to connect and land strikes, it's to that area, and just the nose has been busted open.
Yeah, but Gabe's fine here. He doesn't mind his nose as long as he's on top and he's controlling. He doesn't mind, and it just shows the toughness of Gabe Sagman.
Yeah, and there's the chants here of Samurai from the fans that are representing the House of Champions gym in Stony Creek, which isn't too far from here.
I thought they were saying stand them up. That's why I was waving them on. But either way, he can't stand him up. Gabe is being way too active in here.
No, Gabe is moving, and it's really hard now to stand up a fight, especially with how good everyone is now at grappling.
Yeah, and especially Gabe's not staying in one position. He's moving. He's going to mount. He's going to side control. He's punching in half guard and in full guard. So as much as you want to see more action, you want to see Gabe's doing the right things to keep the fight on the ground.
Yeah, and Dawson had to be careful there, although some of those punches could have been to the back of the head. But it's Sagman that's able to try to change positions, and there he goes. Takes the back yet again, Under 30 seconds left to go. Pinning up, and you can hear Dawson's corner screaming, 20 seconds, Matt, we got to go for it.
What beautiful control by Gabe Sagman.
Fantastic control there. You hear the 10-second clapper, and Dawson trying to just do everything he can, pinned up against the fence, and will he get taken down one more time? He will, and that's the horn. It will end a very competitive and bloody fight here at BTC 13, and Gabe Sagman, a guy that was talking about title fights next, and a performance like that, he's definitely getting himself in the mix.
Absolutely, and we talk about Matt Dawson's toughness. Let's talk about Gabe Sagman. He got hurt in the first round, and he got hurt in the third round, and he sticked with his bread and butter. He went back to what got him to the dance. He went to his grappling, and that's maturity. That's 11 fights in the octagon. You know what I mean? That's 11 fights in the cage.
Yeah,
you know?
11 fights, a very experienced fighter. And I think we're moments away from Gabe Sagman picking up a big win as Matt Dawson's trying to get some cheers for him, and an effort that Dawson was proud of.
That's most likely a 2-0 night for
House of Champions.
Yeah.
Most likely, but Sagman did take some big punches in that fight.
Absolutely.
St. Catharines fight fan, please put a big round of applause together for both of the men in this cage at this time. After 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge McNeil scores the contest 30-27. Judge Buckley and Judge Costello both have it 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Gabe Samurai Sagman.
I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Look, I'm really reppin' and I'm flexed up, and I ain't gotta tell them I'm next up. Sleep on the they rest up, but I'm up and I'm getting my checks up. Me and the fellas be high as propellers, ain't could tell us we great. Looking at like, how do you figure unless you could talk about 8 figures? I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all.